Yep, we in here. Divine Sense Boxing in the building. Just straighten out that picture there. We got the light beaming in. That's right, it's Tuesday morning for me, Monday night for you guys. Good to be back after a really good, for lack of better words, live stream the other day with myself, Tate Jones, Drew, Titan, Stormy B, man, and I am Trill Will. Probably the best panel, the best live stream that I've had since I've recreated this channel. A lot of good conversations. We had some heated moments, to say the least. If you guys haven't watched that live stream, make sure you guys go check it out, man. That was Firestorm Volume 3. And we mostly talked about Wilder and Fury. I talked to Tate Jones in the very beginning of the live stream. We chopped it up for about 30 minutes or so before the rest of the panel jumped in. A lot of it happened quite randomly, but that's what it's all about on Saturday nights, Firestorm. You leave the link up, people can come in, and sometimes you leave the door open, you get some flies that come in. Happens. But that's why we're family out here. We got each other's backs. And, we took care of business. And when it was all said and done, we ended the stream, the last 45 minutes or so, just talking about boxing. And that's what it's all about. So for this stream in particular, you guys see the title of the live stream. I'm going to give you guys my reaction. I haven't watched it yet. Exclusive insight of Deontay Wilder's training, just recently introduced by PBC. Once we chop that up for a little bit, then I'm going to give my thoughts about something that I've been noticing quite often the past couple weeks or so as this channel continues to grow. I'm getting a lot of comments from people in regards to the Ldbc and why does Divine Sense Boxing affiliate himself with the Ldbc. And it's happened increasingly over the past couple of weeks. So I want to address it because it's starting to reach an irritation level. And I'm guessing there's probably some people that will jump on this live stream that don't agree or don't like the fact that I have certain people on my channel and stuff like that. So I'm going to address it at the end of this live stream. So if you want to hear my thoughts on why I conduct my channel the way that I do, then stick around and I'm going to address it. But I want to keep it boxing first. Therefore, those people who don't want to listen to those type of thoughts, after I get done chopping it up about Deontay, they can roll out if they wish. But I feel like it's something that needs to be said. because, like I said, man, the comments are increasingly coming through day by day, and I just feel like it's something that needs to be addressed. So, one thing that I like to do, make sure that we start off the live stream in the right way right off the bat. We got Kenneth Perry in here, man. We got Watcher, Black, Superman. He's an official member of the channel. I gotta always mention that, respect and appreciate the support. We got Cursor, Felix Garza, Terry Smoot Jr. What's good? Kaz, what's good? Hey, Kaz, I gotta wrench you up, man. I think you've earned your wrench. You've been coming by, showing a lot of love and respect the past couple of weeks. So I'm gonna wrench you up here once I get around to it. We got Corey D. Ron, SM, Michael W, Willie Beecham. What's good, guys? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. We're gonna get into this Deontay situation here in just a moment. Nitty G in the house. What's good, Nitty G? Another official member of the channel. Glad you made it tonight. Glad to see that you're able to make it. All right, so just getting the video ready for you guys. Philip, what's good, man? Thanks for dropping by over there in England. Thanks, man. I appreciate you taking the time out of your, I'm guessing, like super early morning over there. I'm not sure where you guys are at over there as far as time is concerned. But look, if you're just joining and you guys see the title of the live stream, I'm going to give my reaction to Deontay Wilder's most recent training footage that has been released by PBC. It's a really short clip. It's only about 3 or 4 minutes long. And I know that a lot of people, they like me to give my reaction to these type of things, and that's why I do it. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to let people come in. They're still filtering in as I go along here. And at the end of this live stream, I'm going to address some things about the Ldbc. It's something that I feel like that needs to be said. There's been a lot of comments filtering through the channel the past couple of weeks as this channel continues to grow. And so I just want to hit the nail on the head, and just settle it. Yeah, Philip says 3:20. I knew you guys were super early in the morning there. Boss Red 357. What's good, man? Thanks for dropping by. Perfect. Nice little crew to start this live stream. Ryan Hong, who you got winning? For which fight? Which fight you talking about, bro? Got a lot of fights coming up. Razor 531 in the house. People still filing in. It's always good to see Razor. If you guys are just joining and you guys weren't able to watch my most recent live stream, man, with myself, I am Trill Will, Drew Titan, Tay Jones. Excellent panel. Swing by, watch it. It was a fantastic panel that did get heated, but it happens. Comes with the territory. C Wood, I was waiting for you to drop in. What's good, man? My man C Wood. Ryan says the trilogy. Oh, Wilder, brother. In the kingdom of divine sense, we go for Wilder out here. So yeah, Wilder's winning the trilogy. So hope that answers your question. Straight to the point. Before I get started here, I want to make sure that Corey D. Ron was good, man. Yeah, that panel was crazy, man. That panel was crazy in a good way. In a good way. That's literally the reason why I want to do what I do on Saturday nights. That's the whole purpose of Firestorm. Open up a big panel, big discussion, once a week, spice it. And a lot of times, usually we have fights on Saturday nights, sometimes Sundays. But it's a nice little time, man. It's a nice time to do that. Steve Wood says, love the panel discussion. Yup. And in a roundabout way, man, it's good to kind of expose the trolls in a way. They're probably lurking right now, to be honest with you. All right, Kaz, man, I just rinsed you up. So just want to get that out of the way. All right, cool. We got a nice little crew in here. Usually takes about 5 minutes or so. I appreciate you guys being patient, waiting for the crew to get set up so we can get into this reaction video of Deontay Wilder training recently released by PBC. Short little clip. And also, after this live stream or after I give my reaction video to Deontay's training, I'm going to speak a little bit about the Ldbc. I think that it's something that needs to be done. Deshaun Thompson, glad you made it. Glad you made it, man. Yeah. So the thing is the I see Felix in there. Trolls will be blocked. We having a block party on here. Yeah, it usually is for subscribers only. Like this live stream right here is just for subscribers only. Ain't no trolls coming over here tonight. But for Saturdays is that one day of the week where I'm like, all right, all the trolls that have been lurking, we're gonna give you a chance. But the thing is we've got the wrenches in here piled up, ready to go to work. And the wrenches came into handy last Saturday night, I'll tell you that. King of Kings Boxing. Great topic. Thank you, sir. Thanks for dropping by. PGH Big Dog. Salute to you, sir. Thanks for making it. We got people filing in one by one. Nitty G says, just based on the fact that you're cool with us, Ldbc, the trolls will definitely come. I appreciate the fact that you judge us yourself and don't listen to other people. Yeah, I'm going to speak about it. I'm going to speak about it tonight, man. It's been going on basically since I made this channel back in June. That's when I created this channel. I haven't been going very long, to be honest with you, but it didn't take long for the whole Ldbc comment. Like it's basically, if you go for Wilder, they automatically associate with you with the Ldbc, which I just feel like it's a bit silly. But it's deeper than that. Okay, it is deeper than that, and I'm gonna address it. And lately, as I said earlier, as the channel continues to grow, and now I'm starting to connect with more content creators out here, people don't like it. People don't like it. First off, people don't like unity, which is obviously a big problem with our society today. But the comments have been coming in like crazy. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on my community page, I posted a picture of Tyson Fury, and I just asked a simple question. I said, the man looks like he's losing weight. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And leave your comments. That's it. That's the only thing that I said. So I don't know why people would associate that with the Ldbc. So yeah, I'm going to address it. And it's not only that post in particular, but a lot of my videos that I've made, man, they've been coming in like wildfire. Karma Boxing and MMA live stream for AJ versus Usyk. I didn't plan on it, Karma Boxing. And I think the last time you tried to join one of the live streams, Karma Boxing, because I think it may have been the Firestorm, to be honest. I think it was the last live stream. We did talk about Joshua Usyk in that live stream, bro. I had Tay Jones on early. We chopped it up for about 30 minutes. And then I believe we had Kano Loco Sports and I Am Trill Will join the panel. Then we talked about Joshua Usyk for about 20 minutes or so. So you can check out that stream. I also have a video up of my prediction if you haven't watched that. But for tonight's live stream, I didn't plan on talking about it. That's why in that stream with Tay Jones and them, I wanted to do my final thoughts. So go check that, bro. Go check that live stream. And just I put the timestamps as well. Go in the comment section, Karma Boxing and MMA. Go into the comment section. I timestamped everything out. I always do that with big live streams. I timestamp everything, all of the different areas of interest. So there's a part where it says Joshua Usyk. Click on that; it'll take you straight to that conversation, man. And you guys you'll be able to hear our thoughts about that fight. Yeah, man. Smash the like button. Come in. You guys know the drill, man. Swoop in, hit that like button, get the likes up. I hope to get to at least 50, 60 likes tonight. That's the goal. That's the goal. 50 to 60 likes tonight. From what I'm looking at, we got 24, 25. We got to get those likes up, man. Get them up. Let's do it. Black Superman says, "Facts, Nitty G. If you have a good report at Ldbc, people start hating." Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it, man. Make sure you guys stick by. I'm not gonna do the whole reaction video too long. It's a short video, anyways. The Ldbc is really for the people who know boxing. And it's funny that you say that, Felix, because people that don't like the Ldbc say the opposite. They say we don't know about boxing. They say that we're fanboys and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about it. Big Texas ATX Cletus Smith, man, that's a big name, bro. But hopefully I said it right. What's popping? What's good with you, sir? Thanks for dropping by. All right, all right. Let's do this. We got a nice crew in here. I don't want to hold up everybody that's waiting. Obviously, this will be uploaded once I finish live. People can come back and watch it. So I just want to show everybody here what this is. This is an exclusive glimpse into the training camp of Deontay Wilder, released by PBC. As always, fair use, commentary, PBC. Don't take down my video. I'm not going to monetize it. Okay? So fair use commentary here. This is not my footage. Usually PBC is a little bit better than the other channels, man. But I gotta put it out there. So fair commentary. Be nice. No monetization, man. I know that's like the big thing, especially with PBC. Felix says, Roger Mayweather, man. Y'all don't know shit about boxing. Hey, that was Roger, man. May he rest in peace, man. That was like his go-to. Like, he didn't let frustration get the best of him. He'd just be like, man, y'all don't know nothing about boxing. That's a good way to just shut people up. The Diesel. What's good with you, sir, man? Thanks for dropping by. Man, the Diesel has been a subscriber of mine, man, way back. We talking like, what, 2010, 11, something like that. Glad you found me, man. And I'm glad that you finally made the live stream, man. I haven't seen you in here, but I know you're subscribed to the channel. All right, guys, let's take a look at this training footage. As you guys can see, it's only like a 3-minute video. So nice, quick, straight to the point. Yeah. As always, make sure you guys leave your thoughts as we go here. Let me know what you see. Let me know what you feel. That's the whole point. I'm going to give you guys my commentary, of course. If I miss a comment or something like that you guys want me to highlight or talk about, address, if you have a question, whatever may have you, super chat's a good way to get that recognized. I see a lot of people in the chat talking about the Ldbc situation. Look, like I said, hold on tight. I'm going to talk about it once we get through this video right here. Once we get through this commentary, because I want to get that out of the way out of respect for Deontay, man. But I'm going to talk about it tonight. I think it needs to be done. The dazzling Urbanite. What's good, man? Coming in with the fire emojis. Thanks for dropping by tonight. All right, let's get into it. I'm probably audio like on and off. Audio on and off. So if you don't hear anything, that's me. I'm controlling the volume here. But yeah, I have a feeling, by the way, that this was recorded probably like a month or so ago because I recognize this space. He was dropping a lot of YouTube video, sorry, a lot of Instagram clips of him like working with Malik in this space. Because I just recognize the interior here and this heavy bag and stuff like that. So PBC kept it in the vault. I'm pretty sure I have these same exact gloves, by the way. These Everlast gloves. Gold and black. I have the same gloves. They're nice. Very nice gloves. Malik getting suited up. Let's see what Malik has to say. Let's see what Malik has to say.
Tried to bury you alive, brother. Tried to bury you alive. Is upon us. Tried to bury you alive, brother. Tried to bury you alive.
All right, so let's look at the bag movement. One thing I like about Deontay's jab is what I've noticed the improvements in is that he moves his head when he jabs, and he offers different feints. The fundamentals that are there. The shoulder is up high when he throws a jab. The right hand's protecting. He's not like going crazy with the jab, just trying to like blow the bag up, but it's crisp, it's sharp. He keeps the hands out there a little bit, which is a trademark of Malik Scott. If you guys follow Malik Scott on Instagram, if you don't, I recommend it because he works with a lot of other fighters. And Malik Scott has this thing where I thought it was interesting. I actually tried it the other day when I went to go hit the bag, where he tells his fighters that, to keep the jab hand in front of you more. So, the traditional way of boxing where a lot of trainers teach is when you jab, you bring it back to your face, right? That's the traditional way. That's the way I was taught when I was young. But Malik says you keep it out and you just pop it out, bring it here, pop it out, bring it here. You don't bring it all the way back to your face. And I thought that was actually quite interesting. So I went to go try it out. Well, first off, you get to your target much faster. You might take a little bit of steam off of it because you don't have as much torque coming into your jab, but you stick in it, you keeping it short, and your glove is up to protect the right hand if you need to. It's quicker than being here. You know what I mean? Your hand's already up here to defend and deflect, which is actually an old school way of defending. If you guys go back and watch in the 1920s and 30s of boxing, the Jack Dempsey days, they actually defended with their hands a lot. They would parry away punches with their hands and then come in the inside and attack. Jack Dempsey did that a lot. It's a very like old school kind of thing that's been lost in the sport. And boxing has evolved over the years, but I like some of that old school stuff, And so I just wanted to point that out as we go along here. Nitty G says, salute to Devon, man. In the chat, I wish I can stay up and chop it up with you guys, but I have to be at work in 4 hours, so I need to get at least an hour and a half sleep. We'll check the replay. It'll be up. Nitty G. Make sure you watch it, bro, because I'm going to be giving some very valuable thoughts about the Ldbc and our community out here, man. So make sure you check it out later. Yeah, keep the jab out there like Lennox. Lennox did it too. Good point. Diesel says, notice how he's slightly leaning forward. That can allow him to close the distance way faster to me. Also a good point to point out. Thank you, Diesel. All right, let's keep going. going to body, keeping it fluid. That's one of the big things that I've noticed from Deontay is keeping it fluid. And look, guys, I want you guys to point out. So I want to point out something to you guys about heavy bag work. A lot of people have this misconception: oh, you get the heavy bag, you try to kill it. It's all about power, 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 power. Oh, it's selective power. And you notice that Deontay's not killing the bag. It's all about staying fluid, because when you're in a real boxing match, you're not like throwing power all the time, right? Because you'll burn yourself out. So it's all about staying fluid and moving, getting your shoulders in the right place, staying on your toes, being balanced. And then every once in a while, you throw a big power shot in there, like you would in a fight. And when I've worked with Muay Thai fighters who have asked me to help their boxing skills in the past, I always tell them that it's being selective with your power and being intelligent with your power. If you got power, you feel like you have power, then there's no point of showing that power early. You disguise it, you masquerade it with just fluidity, and at the end of the day, this is a thinking man's game. So when you hit in the bag, you want to simulate that same thing. It's crisp, it's sharp, it's fluid. It's not power, power, power. Floyd Mayweather used to do that a lot. If you guys remember when he used to hit the heavy bag, uh, he would just be up there, pop, 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 bam, heavy shot, pop, 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 pop. Just nice and fluid, and every once in a while he'll rip into a body shot, fluid, 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 rip into it, and that's how you are in a fight. It's sharp, it's fluid, it's sharp, it's fluid, power shot. And so now Deontay is adopting that. That's all part of the patience and the discipline that Malik Scott has instilled in him. You know what I mean? Before, I used to watch Deontay, and it's just power, 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 power. And it's like the world knows you have power. Fury knows you have power. As a matter of fact, that's what he fears the most is your punching power. So what does that mean? Well, that means you show him something different, something that he doesn't expect. And let it be known that Fury, his team, they've all seen this. As a matter of fact, they've seen all the videos that Deontay has released. But they're sitting down, they're watching, they're probably giggling and having a good time and trying to convince themselves that this is all for show. Good. Keep thinking that. Kings of Boxing says Tarver was good at changing up speed and power. Yep, he was. Yep, he definitely was. All right, let's keep it moving. A little bit of heavy bag work.
Thank you. So he's been doing to them guys in sparring. Keep creating even on his back. Change your levels on them guys. Change your levels on his back. Somebody as dangerous as you are creating is a disaster. It's a recipe for disaster.
I love this mentoring. Absolutely love this mentoring because that's something that was lacking, I believe, with Deontay's camp previously. And I've spoken about this before where a trainer is much more than showing you how to throw combinations, showing you how to throw power shots, showing you defense, whatever it is. Much more than holding the mitts, much more than holding the heavy bag for you so you can throw big power shots. A trainer should be a mentor, should be a teacher, should be a friend. And you should have that connection to where when you go into deep waters, that trainer, that mentor, that friend is what's going to keep you afloat. And sometimes when you have that trainer-fighter bond, that's actually what can win you a fight when the waters are dark and deep, And Wilder finally has that. So you see this relationship in this little clip here that PBC put out. There's a reason why they made sure that we get some audio from Malik and we hear what he's saying and how he's operating around Deontay. And you see Deontay, he's getting ice on his neck, drinking his water, relaxed, and you can tell he listens to Malik. He respects Malik. And Deontay is a wild. He's a stubborn man. Even Malik said it himself. He's very stubborn. He's got a big ego, just like any heavyweight champion would have. But like Malik said, that's fine. But when there's work to be done, we get it done.
It cause a lot of chaos. With your power, just keep creating, brother. Do it a little more.
All right. So for those wondering why they change up trainers with the mitts, there's a few reasons for that. Malik is obviously the head trainer. He holds the mitts probably more so than anyone. But one of the main reasons why they change it up is because then Malik can step to the side and be an observer. So when he's holding the mitts, he's got a frontal view, right? A frontal view. He can simulate a fight. We've seen that in other training. The one that they did outdoors in the outdoor ring. That was a great training video that Wilder released. But now he gets a third person view, I guess, or second person view from different angles of how Deontay is looking, not just a frontal view, but a side view, a back view, whatever have you. So that's one reason why they have other trainers in the camp that can use the mitts and do their thing. So that way the head trainer can observe and correct. So that's one reason why. So yeah. Andrew Charles, man, what's good? Thanks for dropping by. Watcher says also prevents them from overheating. Yeah, and being overworked. Yeah, that's also a good point there, Watcher. Thank you. Watcher, a guy who's very educated in the sport. FYI, for people who don't know, been around for a long time. Tom, what's good, man? All right, we got a question here. Looks like from a Fury fan. Go ahead and address it. George Rollins, thanks for stopping by. He says, how will he be able to do that with an oncoming Fury? I'm a Fury fan and I respect your opinion. But how will Wilder keep Fury from using his tremendous weight advantage like he did the last time? Well, here's the thing, George. Jerome, what's good, man? Thanks for dropping by. So, George, here's the thing. I have spoken about this on numerous occasions. Maybe you're new to the channel. First off, I feel that from the videos, well, not the videos, excuse me, the photos that I've seen recently posted by Fury, it looks like he's losing weight. It looks like he's losing weight. He's looking trim, and for me, that's normally an indication that he plans to move. This whole idea that he's going to come in 300 pounds, I think is it's just hype. I know that he's been promoting the idea that he's going to come in and walk Wilder down and beat him up worse than he did the second fight. He's bigger, stronger, and he feels like it worked. It worked before, it'll work again. But I think that even if you're a Fury fan, George, I think that you should know and understand that Fury says a lot of stuff that a lot of times isn't very true. Fury is a man who uses a lot of sleight of hand, shows one thing, does a different thing. He likes to hype up a fight. He likes to get on the mic and display certain type of behavior to intrigue the fans or whatever have you. I don't buy into it. I think originally, maybe leading up to the July 24th, like the original date, I thought that he probably would try to walk Wilder down and be big. At that time, I thought he didn't take Wilder very seriously. But now that the fight has been pushed back, Fury has had time to sit back and really look at Wilder's training. And, I've spoken about this many times. Boxing is a very close knit community. Everybody knows each other. Sparring partners jump around, might work with Wilder, then go work with Fury, and vice versa. People talk. Fury knows that Wilder is at a very healthy weight. He knows that Wilder has been training for this fight for the past almost year, his sixth training camp preparing for Fury. He knows that he's moving better. He knows that he's jabbing better. He tells the public that it doesn't matter because that's, I guess, what he feels like he has to do to keep the fans engaged. But at the end of the day, he knows what's happening. He's a boxer, right? One thing I will never take away from Fury is the fact that he has been around the sport since he's been a kid, and he knows a lot about the sport. So with that being said, I just don't believe everything that he says. 75 to 80% of what comes out of his mouth is hype. Period, point blank. You may disagree with me on that, but I stand firm on that belief because he's proven that too many times. So the idea that he's going to come and use his weight, I don't think that's going to happen, to be quite honest with you, George. I feel like he's going to come out and try to box like he did the first fight. That's why he's slimming down, because he knows that Wilder is faster now. Wilder's preparing for that come forward style. So he's going to throw a monkey wrench in there and see if Wilder can beat him at a boxing game. Let's not forget that Fury is the current champion. He holds the belt. By him coming forward like he did the second fight, knowing that Wilder is better prepared, he takes a chance of him getting knocked out. Let's keep it real. Even if you're a Fury fan, okay, we can both agree that Wilder has far more power than Fury does. Weight is irrelevant. Wilder knocked down Fury the first fight when Wilder weighed like 209 or 10 pounds. So, because he's the champ, Fury, the current champion, he's probably thinking, I'm going to force Wilder to outbox me and take the belt from me. And let's see if he can do it. Now, he may come out the first round and see what he can get away with, to just test it, to see if Wilder indeed has made improvements. But as soon as those improvements have been shown to be true, he's going to box. And his body will probably be prepared for it. I don't think he's as prepared as he should be, because I think he's been taking this fight as a joke, my personal opinion. But he'll be trimmer, and he'll be ready to box if he has to. So that's my opinion on that. And thanks for dropping by, George. I would imagine you probably subscribe to the channel, maybe from other videos where I've talked about Joshua Usyk or something like that. So I appreciate you dropping by, and those are my thoughts. Just trying to catch up on the chat. Look, guys, as I always say, man, just drop a quick super chat if you guys really want me to highlight something or answer questions, because I do want to keep the ball rolling through the live stream here. And then obviously speak on the Ldbc, which I mentioned earlier, is something that I want to talk about. Healer, the mind, body coach. Salute to you, sir. Thanks for dropping by tonight. I heard about you from Drew. Subscribe to the channel. Love the content. Keep it up. I'm a Wilder fan. Sorry I said Fury and what you're talking about now. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Yeah, but those are my thoughts, though, anyway. Fury fans and Wilder fans, those are my thoughts. Jerome says he thinks that Fury gasses early. Fred Rose says Fury ain't taking the fight serious. He definitely wasn't. I think that he's trying to condense his training now. I think that the past couple weeks or so, he's been working hard, but I don't think it's going to be enough, to be honest with you. Took too much time off, joking around, fooling around for too long when Wilder's been working. It's just not going to be enough. He's back in the U.S., by the way. Fury is back in the U.S. Yeah, he looks trim. He looks trim. Looks like he lost a lot of weight. I would say he's probably around maybe 260, maybe a little bit less than that. Um, and he could possibly be 245, 250 on fight night. He's gonna be trim. All right, let's go ahead and keep it moving here.
That's better. That's how you answer the phone.
Yeah. Y'all hear what Malik said? That's how you answer the phone right there with the jab. Love that. Love it.
Let's get it.
Jab hook.
You know, sleep when you wake up.
Take some with us after that. You want to sleep?
Fluid. Bouncing, fluid. No more of this. Y'all remember when he used to work with Breland, where he would just be smashing the mitts and trainers will be flying all over the ring because it's just like jab, right hand, jab, left hook, right hand. It's just power. The mitts go flying, the arms go flying back. Where now it's on the toes, it's fluid, it's putting combinations together with calmness. It's slipping, ducking, coming up underneath, going to the body shield. These are the developments that we continue to talk about for the past month, 2 months that we've been witnessing on Instagram and YouTube. And for me, it's like, oh, Divine, is that a good idea to put out all this footage because Fury can watch it? It don't matter. It doesn't matter. And there's some type of like method to the madness, I believe, when it comes to Deontay. It's like he thinks that Fury is so wrapped up in his bravado and pride and ego that even if Wilder put out sparring footage of him knocking out sparring partners on the daily, Fury would still shrug his shoulders at it. Like, doesn't matter. I'm the Gypsy King. It don't matter. And Wilder has learned and observed Fury's character over these 3 years of this long journey. And he's learned a lot about Fury. And so him releasing this footage is literally him saying, I know you don't care, but I'm just letting you know anyways. Because come October 9th, you're going to regret that you didn't take it seriously. And that's just how I feel about it. Duke Todd says, man, I can't wait until October 9th, bro. You have no idea. I mean, we're creeping closer every single day. The cool thing is we're going to see the winner of Usyk and Joshua here in a few days, and we're going to see how the heavyweight division continues to unfold. Villian, thanks for dropping by. It says, very impressed by Wilder's training and improvement in skill set. Even so, I don't believe Wilder will, quote-unquote, outbox Fury. Wilder shouldn't headhunt and target the body. Fury always softer the body. Okay, so Wilder shouldn't headhunt, but he should target the body. Yeah, I agree, and I think he will. Villian. Thanks for dropping by tonight, being a part of the conversation. Real Talk says, what happened to the Ldbc criticism lost? I'm not sure if you can rephrase that question. I'm not sure what you're asking there. All right, let's go ahead and keep moving here. Hitting the mitts. Notice the slips, counter punches, but notice the fluid, controlled movement, something that we haven't noticed or haven't saw from Wilder in his previous camps. This is a new Deontay Wilder. Rather you hate it, love it, think it's a joke, think it doesn't matter, Fury's still too good. At the end of the day, if you know boxing, you know that this is a new and improved Deontay Wilder, and you should take it seriously.
Get over there. Take something. Pass. Me and Jack first. Now go. Let's go. Pass.
3 shots to the body. With which punch? Left hook. Left hooky to the body. And I get excited about that because that is my bread and butter. I love the left hook. And that left hook to the body is to the ribs, 2 times to the ribs, and then right to the pit of the stomach. So for all those people wondering, is he going to go to the body? Well, we're seeing it right here. We're seeing the foundations and a sneak peek into the plan. You said addressing Ldbc criticism. I just wanted to be filled in. Yeah, real talk. So I'm going to talk about it once I get done with this commentary here, dissecting this training footage by Deontay Wilder. Then I'm going to talk about it. So just hang tight. I'm going to address it. Jerome says, I have a mean left hook myself. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I think that's probably my best punch as well. I think my right hand is very good, but most trainers that I've worked with says that my left hand is quite nice. And that just goes back to when I was young. My dad and trainers I worked with used to force me to put my right hand behind my back and just left hand, and it paid dividends. Man. But I'm loving this 3-punch combination with that left hand. Let's see it again.
Me and Jack first. Now,
yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. 1, 2, 3. And that third one, he loads up with it, right? Loads up. So the first 2 is just like little touch to the liver. Hey, liver, how you doing? Bop, bop. Right? Then he slides across a little bit, puts power into that last and third final shot to the pit of the stomach. Right? He loads up with that one. And then he slides out from underneath. And look at this angle. Look at where he ends up. Right? He's on the left shoulder now, which can line up a right hand. He can throw the jab. A lot of different options here. Watch it one more time. Notice how he loads up with the final third punch to the pit of the stomach and pivots out.
First. Now go. Let's go.
1, 2, 5. Slides out.
That's it. Off the line again. Surprise.
You guys notice how he's countering the jab by jabbing to the body. Right? Very nice. And it's one punch that has been abandoned by a lot of fighters. You see it sometimes. But slipping and countering the jab by jabbing to the body, right? Most of the times people jab with a jab to the head. You jab at me to the head, I return a jab, and it's kind of like, who gets there first. But when you go to the body's exposed. You're not expecting, you step forward with the jab, your body's right there to be hit. You can't really protect your body. So if you're able to duck underneath or slip that jab coming at you and jab to the body, rather it's a stinger or not, but it's a scoring punch. Let's also keep that in mind. It's a scoring punch in professional boxing.
Surprise! Yeah, someone take cha-cha.
Last round coming up. Last round.
So he did that left hook to the body 3 times once again. So that he's exhibited that twice, that combination, 3 punches to the body. So that is something that has clearly been injected into this new arsenal of Deontay Wilder. So very nice to see. And I like how PBC kept it short and sweet, to the point, very poignant. We want to point out, what Malik is saying, show the bond, the connection between the trainer-fighter. And then you have this mitt work that, they edited it very nicely, very cleanly to point out, like, look, this is what he's been working on. So yeah, Mika Stockton, what's good? He says a jab to the body steals people's life. It's like a power meter in the Tekken going down. Yeah. And we don't see a lot of fighters do it that much anymore, but it's a great punch. It's a really good punch. Real Talk says, to be honest, I'm sick of Fury, the manipulation, the lies, brother. I hope Wilder in him for real. I never seen someone contradict himself so much. Yeah, man. I'm gonna when I address the LDBC topic, I'm gonna speak on that, man. We got Big C's, the businessman with the super chat, man. I appreciate the love, support. It's what drives us forward to continue to make this type of content, man. Appreciate. He says the left hand and left hooks to the body will not only help stop Furious's right hand, which busted Wilder's eardrum last fight, but it also dressed up the right hand for Wilder. Facts. Fantastic comment and an extremely appreciative super chat. I appreciate you, Big C's the businessman. I agree 100%. Dressing and hiding that right hand. That's the thing, right? I spoke about this before if you just joined. Fury knows that Wilder has a right hand. He's been dropped by that right hand. He has been hurt by that right hand. Even in the second fight, he got hit with that right hand. Didn't have as much of an effect because he didn't have his legs under him. But nonetheless, he knows he can get hit with that right hand. That makes him leery of that right hand. So that's why you see the work being done with Wilder's left hand. Jabs to the body, left hooks to the liver, slide underneath, left hook to the midsection, come back up, jab, jab, jab. Left hand, and you're like he said, you dressing up that right hand, you saving that right hand for dessert. Left hand appetizer, jabs, loaded up big strong punches to the liver and to the midsection. That's your main course. Dressing up that nice dessert. That's the right hand. That's the good night punch. But it's chopping away with that beautiful left hand work. That's what we're watching here.
So if you hold this right here, getting the towel.
Firing on all cylinders.
Once again, pointing out the trainer-fighter relationship. Getting iced down, relaxing, cooling down. Been a lot of hard work today, and Malik is continuing to mentor, continue to put in praise or constructive criticism. Whatever needs to be said, he's saying it. It reminds me a lot of how Angelo Dundee and Muhammad Ali used to communicate. Angelo knew what to say to spark a fire in Muhammad Ali. They had that type of connection. And you see this here with Deontay. And I'm so glad that rather the fight on October 9th ends early or if it goes 12 rounds. I'm glad that Wilder has Malik in his corner. Because one thing that irked my soul in the second fight was when he was hurt and was in trouble. His ear was bleeding. He was knocked down. There were some shots behind the head. And it was just a nasty, ugly fight for Wilder. The one person that you need the most in that situation is your head trainer and assistants, everybody, your team, right? But more specifically, that head trainer. You rewind the tape back to that second fight and you see how Wilder was conducting himself in the corner after each and every round of that second fight. Little to no communication with Mark Breland. Just sitting on a stool, just trying to figure out what is going on with him and how is he going to be able to dig deep and just try to survive this situation. And it, like I said, it irks my soul. It kills me, man, to see no communication, no words of encouragement from Mark. And it was like Deontay was sitting on that stool, man, and he was like in the Phantom Zone. He was like in the Matrix. Sad sight to see, in my opinion. So now we know that if things do get tough, we as boxing fans and Wilder fans specifically should have confidence to know that Malik's there and he's got Wilder's back.
All I gotta do is half of that.
That's it. Hey.
He ain't good. All I gotta do is half of that. He ain't what people think. He a fucking cheater.
Sure. Can't wait.
Now you heard what Wilder just said right there. He's an effing cheater. Now, I gotta give a shout out and respect to PBC. Because PBC can edit that out. If they didn't want to be involved with any type of controversy or feed into the allegations that were brought forth against Fury, they could have easily edited that out. And I would probably say that if it was HBO, Showtime, they probably would have. Now, some people may say, oh, they left it in there because they want to keep it spicy. Maybe. But nonetheless, I want to give PBC their credit because they want to put the spotlight on Wilder. They want the people to know how Wilder thinks and feels behind the scenes. This is literally like behind the scenes footage that they've released. So whether you agree with the comment or not is irrelevant. PBC is doing their job to pinpoint Wilder's emotions, his thought process, and I have to give them their credit because those words are powerful. Like I said, whether you agree with it or not, it sends the message to all boxing fans that don't watch Divine Sense Boxing. They don't watch Deontay's Boxing Nation. They don't watch Champ Side. They don't watch Blue Blood Sports. They don't watch 78 Sports TV. They watch the big channels. So they wanted to make sure that even casual fans are going to be alerted and informed on what Wilder thinks and feels. Does it put more intriguing juices into the fight? Absolutely. It's part of the promotion of the fight. But there's something very unique about this fight, and that is the fact that allegations were brought against Fury after the second fight. And it doesn't matter if you agree with it. It doesn't matter. And that comments and that idea nicely segues into the simple fact that because the allegations were brought forth against Fury, PBC cuts and slices this edited portion of behind the scenes, make sure that it's out there, right? But on top of that, we know, Fury and Wilder fans know, that whether the allegations were true or not, he ain't going to get away with it again. He definitely ain't going to get away with it again. Fury's back is up against the wall. Fury's back is up against the wall, and I'll tell you why. For all the Fury fans out there peeking through the bushes, because you got to be a subscriber to comment today. Not only were the allegations brought up against you that you try to push to the side and say it's rubbish and Wilder has mental problems, he's mentally weak and all the things. That's how you fight against someone, I guess. That's how you conduct yourself to defend yourself when a man accuses you of extremely serious allegations. Not, oh, you hit me behind the head, or oh, you're using elbows, you were headbutting me. That shit happens in boxing. Mike Tyson complained about Holyfield headbutting him, and that's why he bit his ear off, right? But nobody gave Mike Tyson a pass. Even if Holyfield was headbutting him. What was brought to the table was far more extreme than that. Tampering with gloves, a dent in Wilder's head, water possibly spiked. These are very serious allegations that were brought forth. So the only way you address it is shrug your shoulders and act like it's not a big deal. If somebody accused me of that, I would have first warned them. And if they didn't retract their statements, I'm going to take them to court and sue them for defamation of character. That didn't happen. Not even close to that. As a matter of fact, he did quite the contrary. He said, oh, you're accusing me of this stuff? That's okay. I'm going to go fight Joshua in Saudi Arabia. That's how he treated that. And then he was lassoed, pulled back by a judge and said, big boy, you got a contract, sir. Now, fast forward to recently, his back is against the wall because he knows, regardless if those allegations are true or not, hear me clearly, rather those allegations are true or not, the spotlight is on Tyson Fury regardless. Because Fury didn't do anything to dispute it. He let the fans speak for him. He let the promoters and the managers speak for him. He didn't try to defend himself, which is fine. Nothing was proven in a court of law. Okay. But again, the spotlight is on him, and he knows this. Let me put the cherry on top. Let me put the cherry on top. Not only did he say he had COVID and the fight was pushed back, we don't know if that's true. I'll play devil's advocate and say maybe it was true. Okay. I mean, boxing fans were shitted on nonetheless. But okay, maybe he did get COVID. Then there's rumors coming out. I was listening to Tay Jones the other day, where people from his side are trying to figure out how, like, they're trying to get inside information about Wilder's camp. A lot of crazy stuff is happening, right? But the cherry on top is, even if he tries to back out, he's got to pay $80 million. That's why his back's against the wall. All of that laughing and clowning and thought everything was a joke, shrugging your shoulders, smirking, running around Vegas shirtless, fist bumping, chest bumping. You thought it was having a grand old time coming to the press conference looking like a clown. But there's nowhere to run now, is there? There's nowhere to hide. Because not only if you back out, it doesn't matter. You know, God forbid, you slipped off the road and you hit a pole. Can't make the fight. Damn. All right, I said God forbid. I don't wish that on anybody. But my point is sorry, bucko, but hope you recover nicely, but please give me that title. And there's going to be a settlement that needs to be handled. $80 million. So, look, man, he's under the spotlight. He knows if he backs out, he vacates the title, and he's got to pay a fee that he can't afford. Simple as that. So, I've been telling people, man. I've been telling people like a broken record. October 9th is happening. I understand the sentiment. I understand that he has a track record of BSing his way out of situations and lying and contradicting himself and all that. I get that, but it doesn't matter. It is the will of the gods. I don't play with that. I take that very seriously. And that's why I kept telling people I will speak it into existence, because that is exactly what is existing, which is what? Retribution. Fire emoji in the chat. That is what is existing. Retribution. It is the will of the gods. And I told people. And as we inch closer and closer and closer to October 9th, the doors and the hallways, the walls are closing in on Fury. Not only is there going to be a spotlight on him, not only does he know that if he tries to back out or pull some sly-ish, he's got to pay an immeasurable amount of money. That's why he just arrived to the States. I told you guys. About 2 weeks out, he'll come back to the States. And where's he at? I'm telling you, subscribe to your boy Divine Sense Boxing. Because not only is it analytical, stylistically, all those nice little intricate, beautiful details about the sweet science of boxing that I love so much and talk about, but I have another spiritual aspect to what I present to the YouTube world, man. I don't play games out here. But look, I went off on a little bit of a tangent, and like I said, Nicholas Long, what's good, man? Champ Life Boxing, good to see you. Smash that like button. Get the likes all the way up. We need 100 likes tonight. That's right. It's the beginning of the week. Let's start it off on the right foot. Deanna Branch, an official member of the channel. Always much love, respect, and appreciation for my homegirl, Deanna Branch, man. Look, as we're going along here, smash that like button. Drop a super chat if you want something highlighted. And consider becoming an official member of the channel, man. Get those perks. As a matter of fact, if you can do me a favor, Deanna, Dave, drop some of those custom emojis in the chat. Let the people know what kind of emojis they get if they become an official member of the channel. Let's go ahead and continue this video so I can get into the topic that I think a lot of people are waiting for, and that's me addressing the Ldbc. Let's go.
He don't even get a chance to hit you behind the head. Just go around.
Because it's gonna be a price to pay to get in that distance.
Yeah.
Only time a man is close is when you make him comfortable.
Yep.
You make him uncomfortable, he don't want to be close.
This cool down moment is nice to see. We don't see this very much. We always see the action, like back in the day with 24/7 and all those stuff. You know, the pre-fight hype videos, the promotion videos, all the action. But I like this. Seeing the fighter cool down after a bunch of hard work is done. A lot of times we don't see that part of the of athletes in any sport. Any sport. We see the action, we see the work, but we don't see the cool down. I like this nice little touch by PBC because it connects you with the fighter. It makes you wonder, what is the fighter thinking at this moment? What's going on in his head? What is he processing? I like that. One of the greatest things of me being an athlete and competing in many different sports, for those of you that don't know, I played, semi-professional soccer around Southeast Asia. Played at some high levels, and I've been in many different functional training and CrossFit competitions. That moment where you've put everything on the line, your body's exhausted, you can't go on any longer. You put everything into it you possibly could. You see people laying on the floor, just dying, And that's a beautiful moment because that's a moment of clarification. That's a moment of self gratification, I guess is a better way to put it. Win or lose, you put everything in that you possibly could. I like this part being spotlighted.
I feel great. I have a great team. Everybody's just on one accord, and when you have a team that's on one accord, it's like the instructions come a little even clearer. And it's like, how can you go wrong when you have so many guys on the same page? And we're looking for perfection. You'll never be perfect, but that don't mean you can't practice it. And up in here, we're practicing to make perfect. So when I get in the ring, it won't be no questions asked. It won't be going back to old habits. It'll be right off of what we've been working on in this camp. And I'm looking for that. I'm looking for it in the end. My hands will be raised high in the sky, not because I whooped his ass in 12 rounds, but because I knocked him out.
Well, damn. I just want to put a little exclamation point at the end by Deontay. Says, not because I won a decision after 12. My hand will be raised because I knocked him out. What did Deontay say? My mind is violence, but we're approaching it with calmness. Don't take my word for it. Yeah, don't take my word for it. Listen to the man himself. My hand will be raised not because I won a 12-round decision, but because I knocked him out. Champ Live Boxer says, that's fire. I've never seen a Wilder emoji. Hey, you got it right here, Divine Sense Boxing, man. Hit up that channel membership. A basic membership gets you those emojis, $2.99, man. Cop those emojis. We got Wilder in there. I think we've got Shannon Briggs. Let's go, champ. We got Muhammad Ali emoji, I believe. We got a couple out. We got a handful, man. Cop some of that. And also occasionally I put out exclusive videos that only members can watch and see. So that's another big perk that you can get. Look, great little training video. We looked at all the little small details that a lot of people could possibly miss. Case Nasty 0102. Salute to you, sir. Thanks for dropping by tonight. I appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Don't forget that. That's important. Loud boy, drop that emoji. Hell yeah. Chazamain. What's good, man? What's good? I see your avatar out there putting in work. My boy Chazamain putting in that work. Game Core says exclusive videos like this. Yeah, so if you guys missed my little commentary there of Deontay Wilder's most recent training released by PBC, this video will be uploaded later on my channel. You guys can rewind the tape and go through it. I don't want this live stream to be too long, and I want to get down to the business at hand, which is addressing the Ldbc criticism. I feel like it's something that needs to be said, and something that needs, well, first off, to be put out there on my behalf, anyways. Especially for the detractors and all the doubters out there, all the people that I've ruffled their feathers for various of reasons. I don't even know why half the time, but we got to get these likes up though to 100, man. We got to get these likes up to 100. Let's go. Let's go. Deanna says, I never take time off work, never, especially now with COVID, but I did for this one, a special night for sure. That's love and respect right there. Deanna does some heavy lifting out here in these YouTube streets, showing love to the channels that she respects, and also working that comment section, letting people know. Deanna is going to know right away, by the way, what I'm about to talk about in regards to LDBC, because she was in a particular comment section. So I'm going to go ahead and get into it. And I'm going to leave this little still shot of Wilder Fury in the background. I think it's fitting. It's fitting for the next topic at hand, man. Nicholas Levy, thank you. Thank you, Nicholas. Hit that like button. So, if you guys don't know, I put a post on my community page. Was it yesterday? And I just asked a simple question. And I said, I posted a picture of Tyson Fury, of him getting off the plane, coming into the U.S. He is currently back in the U.S. And he looked quite trim to me. Like when I saw the picture, the first thing that popped into my head was, besides the fact that he was wearing a man purse, that's besides the point. But one thing that I noticed was he does look very trim, right? He looks like he's lost weight. And I just asked a very simple question. I said, Tyson looks trim or slim. I don't remember the word that I used. It's on my community page right now. I can pull it up if people are curious. As a matter of fact, I'll probably do that. But I said, Tyson looks trim. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Or does it matter? Leave your comments below. That's the only thing I said. I didn't clown the man. I didn't say anything about his physique. I didn't talk about anything other than asking a very simple question. So I'm going to go ahead and go to that post so people know what I'm talking about, because you may have missed it. Tyrese Andrews, what's good, man? What's good, man? It's always good to see you in the chat, Tyrese. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This nice little steal shot, man. I might have to steal that. But look, so far so good. We're in the safe zone with PBC. They didn't stop my live stream. Thank you, PBC, for not stopping the live stream. I appreciate you. But let's go here to community, right? Right there. This is the post I made. I'll blow it up a little bit. This is the post I made right here. The text might be a little bit small, so I'll read it for you. It says, looks like Tyson has lost weight. Good thing or bad thing? Does it matter? Let me know in the comments. That's the only thing that I said. Okay? So I don't know why people got upset about it. And sometimes I feel like, I can't ask questions anymore, but whatever. So, of course, the comment section kind of blew up. And I see Black Superman up in here. I see Jerome. I see Moped. I haven't seen Moped in tonight's live stream. Maybe he drops in later. But a lot of loyal subscribers. Let's put it that way. There's Deanna right there putting her thoughts in. So we had a lot of people come in. There's my man Nitty G, Hoplo Tight, Nicholas Levy. My man Kos, who just got a wrench today. Congratulations to Kos. He's an official moderator to the channel. Big ups to Kos. He commented, right? And so a lot of loyal subscribers just leaving their opinion. Okay, so there you have it, right? If you guys don't see the picture, there he is. He's off the plane right there. Yes, that is a Gucci purse hanging off his shoulder there. So and that's the thing. Like, I didn't even say anything. I didn't criticize the man. I just asked a simple damn question or a couple questions. And so in the comment section, and this is why I'm going to talk about this LDBC stuff right now. Now, this guy, Kelly 456, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I saw that Deanna replied to him. It looks like there's a couple more replies since I've last checked it. And we got this guy named Boxing Redemption. Looks like he's commented. I'm gonna address it all right now. I'm gonna address it all right now. See, this is what I do. This is what I do. I could make a video about this, but I'm gonna go live. So Boxing Redemption's right here. Okay, we got one of them. We got one of the culprits in here. We got Boxing Redemption. So let me make it clear. First, let me address the question that was asked, or was basically asked of me, even though it's a photo of Tyson Fury. If you think Tyson Fury looks good, you can comment, say, "Oh, he looks lean. That's a good thing. That means he's gonna box. He's gonna move. That's a good thing." But there's no comments about that. It's just Divine. Why are you saying this, that, or whatever? Like, maybe that's your opportunity to say how you feel. You took your opportunity. It is what it is. But this is exactly why I'm going to go ahead and address this LDBC situation and my, according to some people, affiliation, or I align myself with the LDBC, and people don't like it. So I'm going to address it. But first, let me read the comment because it's probably too small for you guys to see it. This guy says, Divine, you've been doing this boxing shit for years. You come across like a switched on, knowledgeable guy about the sport. I don't know why you align yourself with these delusional LDBC sheep. You're better than that, bro. So that was a comment. I got my man Dave here. He had an autocorrect. Let him know he didn't spell align correctly. I appreciate that, Dave. Got to let people know how to use proper grammar up in here. And we had another fellow named Ben. He was co-signing with this guy, Kelly, or whatever. And then we got Boxing Redemption in here. Now, I'm not going to read the comment that Deanna wrote unless you want me to, Deanna. I will. Just let me know in the comment section. And to Boxing Redemption's comment. I am going to read Boxing Redemption's comment because it is directed to me. He says, good point. The issue with this channel is that it is biased since Divine is a Wilder fan. I've watched his content, and although he says he invites people to challenge his opinions, he either cuts them off or deletes comments. That is false. He goes on to say, I've had a few of mine deleted already. Divine, be a man that you say you are. Now, Boxing Redemption, you're challenging my manhood. I don't take that shit lightly. And I'm actually glad that I caught this comment. I'm glad I wouldn't have seen this unless I decided to pull it up. Deanna says, go ahead and read it. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what Deanna replied to this guy, Kelly, the initial comment. She says, who the hell are you to tell this grown-ass man to align with? Take your condescending comments to someone who gives ass, I guess, A with 2 stars, hashtag beta male energy. So Boxing says, challenge you to be fair and in the middle ground. So I'm going to address it. And this is exactly why I talk about these things. So there's no hearsay. There's no me taking shots at people. I'm sneak dissing people or whatever. I'm laying it out right on the line. First, let me address Boxing Redemption, even though the main comment was started by this guy Kelly or whoever it is by saying that I don't allow people to give their opinions is false. To say that I delete people or I block people is also false. As a matter of fact, I'm ex-military, right? Not only that, I've been accustomed to developing very thick skin over many years. When I say many, I mean over a decade of traveling the world, right? So it takes a lot for me to block someone from my channel. But I do have moderators. I do have wrenches. People who have wrenches are people who have showed loyalty. People who come to my live streams, click the like button, comment on my videos, not just live stream, but my actual uploads. They share the videos on their social media platforms. They follow me on Instagram. They send super chats. They become official members of the channel. That is me giving back to the community that shows me love and appreciation. Now, those wrenches / moderators, they have to conduct business as they see fit in my live stream because there are a lot of trolls. There are people who try to sabotage channels. And let's keep it real and authentic. I am a white dude out here, right? And there is a distinction in the sense that if you are a person of color, in particular, a black person out here talking about the sport of boxing, we already know how trolls treat them, right? With all of the racial slurs and stuff like that. But over here on Devon Sense Boxing, it's a little bit different, but more or less the same. I get accused of being a self-hating white man. I get accused of hating my own race. I get accused differently in a different form of language of, basically not being proud of who I am or whatever the case is. So a different kind of racial slur language used against me. So my moderators are there to conduct business officially. And my moderators, a lot of them have been around here on YouTube longer than me. They know who the trolls are because they see them on other channels. Their job is to keep the chat clean and objective. There are people who come on here with many different opinions that, they come on here and say they don't agree with me or whatever. We don't have a problem with that over here. We don't have a problem with that. What we have a problem with is people trying to sabotage the conversation, sabotage and hijack a good flowing panel, a good and constructive conversation. Now, some people may say, oh, well, you guys are out here bashing Fury. So that's not a healthy conversation. That's mean. Well, look, here's what I'll say to that. For all the people that criticize channels that bash Fury, do you go and criticize those channels that criticize Wilder? I would bet my bottom dollar that you don't. So don't come to me and ask me to be consistent when you have zero consistency, if that makes sense. But I wanted to address your comment, Boxing Redemption, clearly because you said I'm not fair. I'm one of the fairest channels out here. There are channels out here, literally, that don't want any opinion whatsoever that varies or differentiates from their own. I, however, don't mind debates. I don't mind conversation. I don't mind if somebody disagrees with me. But out here on these YouTube streets, you got to draw the line in the sand. Because, like I said, there are people out here that want to sabotage and hijack your conversation, your channels, and your supporters. So I don't appreciate the last little sentence that you said, Divine, be a man that you say you are. So you're questioning my manlyhood. Now, you may come in here and say, oh, no, that's not what I meant, and I was just hoping you'd be fair, but words have power. Body language also has power. You will be held accountable for the things that you say. So I don't have anything against you. I don't know you personally. But when somebody tells me to be a man, I take issue with that. Because otherwise, I probably wouldn't have cared too much about your comment. So, Boxing Redemption, I don't got a problem with you if you're subscribed to the channel. I appreciate you. If you're out here hitting the like button, leaving comments, and joining the conversations, I appreciate you. But unfortunately, you have reared your head and exposed yourself a little bit. So now people are going to watch you with caution. Because you said that I need to act like a man. So what people need to understand is that I must draw the line in the sand because people take advantage of leniency. People take advantage of nice people. That is exactly why when I went live the other night on Saturday night, we had a nice panel going on. Then we get a guy who I didn't know try to join the show and try to troll the show. So if you're talking in specifically in that scenario where I delete people from speaking, by the way, Boxing Redemption, you can go to my channel, scroll to the very beginning of my uploads, go to a video called Deontay Wilder Will Smash Tyson Fury, the first one. It's got 20,000 views, Boxing Redemption. 20,000 views with almost 1,000 comments. And in that comment section, there are people that I've left comments up on purpose, Boxing Redemption. There are people commenting saying that Deontay Wilder has chicken legs and he's nothing but a big pussy. He ain't shit, he ain't this, that, or whatever. Racist words and commentary all throughout that comment section, and more specifically, directed towards me. Look at this self-hating white man. This white man is a disgrace. How dare you go against the white man? All in that comment section. So, not only is there support and love in the comment section, but a lot of hate. And I don't delete nothing. So don't tell me that I don't allow people to comment. Because quite frankly, if you're going to say some racist BS, I'm going to expose you. Now, in the live streams, it's different because it disrupts rhythm. It disrupts flow. It disrupts and sabotages a good conversation when people come in here and say those type of things. That's why I have wrenches. So I hope we understand. I hope we have an agreement here and an understanding here, Boxing Redemption. So, moving on to the original comment that was made by Kelly456. Saying you've been a part of this boxing shit for years. You align yourself with these delusional Ldbc sheep. You are better than that. First, let me say this. You say that I've been on this, according to you, on this boxing shit for years. That means you know me. That means you know me before I even created this channel. So you know how I get down. And as a matter of fact, I'm way more calm now than what I was 10 years ago. If you know my channel from years past, you would know the amount of beefs that I was involved in. I can count on one hand right now the amount of beefs that I had with other content creators out here. So you would know how I get down. Fast forward to now, 2021, this channel only being alive since June. I'm way more calmer now, way more reserved. I'm more focused on building a brand, building a voice, and trying to stay away from all of that. There's a lot of channels out here that I would love to call out. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. But I don't. 10 years ago, I would call them out because that's how I'm built. I see some dumb shit. I don't have much patience for it. I can go into a barbershop, barbecue, YouTube, no matter where it is. Go to Wendy's in the drive-thru and have a conversation with the drive-thru window about who's going to win a fight. We don't have to agree. I have no problem with that. But the problem here is a lot of these content creators, they spread negativity. They spread inconsistent information. They do clickbait. They do things. People say, well, you put Deontay Wilder in your title too to get views. Yeah, but the difference is from day one, I talk about Deontay Wilder since 2015 until 2021. I've been saying the same thing about Deontay Wilder, that he's going to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. And I continue to preach it from the hilltop. That's the difference between me and these other channels out here when it comes to clickbait. There are channels out here who go out of their way to try and dismantle other channels out here. More specifically, a black channel attacking other black channels to get clout from their names to build up their channel. This is what happens. So, if you say you know me for years, then you would know how I get down. And every single channel, I don't discriminate, FYI. I don't discriminate. And I apologize, I get ranting, guys. I get ranting. And if you want me to read something, you have a question, please send a super chat because I'm going crazy right now. I'm getting lit. I don't discriminate. Back in the day, I had beef with a white dude, a couple white dudes actually, a couple black channels, 2 or 3 black channels, and a Latino guy. It don't matter to me. You want that BS, or if you call me out and try to dismantle my character, we're going to have a problem because how I conduct myself here in these YouTube streets is how I conduct myself in real life. Yeah, I'm in shape every day, any day. I don't play around. You don't believe me? Follow me on Instagram. You see how I get down. Some of these dudes out here stuffing their face with chicken wings, talking about they're going to do something. You ain't going to do nothing. So everything that comes through this mic and through this camera is real and authentic. That's why I have in my introduction video to every live stream that I do, raw, uncut, authentic boxing talk, because that's how we get down over here. Now, addressing the Ldbc. Addressing the Ldbc. And you can call in Boxing Redemption if you want. If you want, just leave a comment. I'll drop a link right now. Don't play it. Let me address this Ldbc. First and foremost, this is Divine Sense Boxing. This is the kingdom. This is the fortress of Divine Sense Boxing. And I conduct myself how I wish, with zero influence from the outside world. I let people through the gates of Divine Sense Boxing who I find respectful, who I find knowledgeable of the sport, who I find is going to show loyalty and support. Those are the people that are allowed in the kingdom of Divine Sense. Now, outside of the kingdom of Divine Sense happens to be a community called the Ldbc. And amongst that community, there are channels who like to say, I'm a part of this community. That is their choice. It just so happens that a lot of people from this Ldbc community enjoy my content. They come over and say, hey, Divine Sense, man, we like what you're talking about here. You know, we would like to be a part of the channel. No problem. Welcome. It's as simple as that. So to say that why I align myself with any community is a bit foolish, and I'll tell you why. If you accuse me of aligning myself with any other type of community out here, then what are you? That means you got your own community out here. And see, that's the problem with today's society. Is this constant idea of creating tribalism. And people have to understand something else here. And this is important. I was here when the Ldbc was first created. A lot of you came here afterwards. I was here when it was first created. There's a lot of stuff that people don't know about why the Ldbc was created. But I'm going to tell you why. Because I think that a lot of people think that it was created because it's a community of black channels that want to come together and promote black fighters. Wrong. And if you have that thought process, you need to educate yourself. But you're in for a treat tonight because I'm going to educate you. The Ldbc was created because back in the day, when you had Floyd Mayweather and other fighters coming up back in 2009, 10, 11, they were being ripped to shreds. And along these black fighters, black channels as well, ripped to shreds by trolls on YouTube, calling them all kinds of racist slurs and all that. And it got so bad that a lot of good content creators that were putting a lot of positivity about the sport of boxing out here on YouTube left YouTube because they didn't want to deal with it no more. It was ugly. It was dark. It was chaotic. It was violent out here on these YouTube streets. And I remember it very specifically because at that time, there was only myself and this other white dude that had a channel. This guy named was Bruce Blitz. And he used to talk about the WWE, but he also talked about boxing back then. That was it. And the same stuff that happened then is happening now. Nothing changes. I would come out here, just like when it comes to Deontay Wilder, one of my first videos that I made on this channel was Deontay Wilder is going to smash Tyson Fury. They see a white dude say that, guess what? People go bananas. Rewind 12 years ago, my first video on my original channel, I said, why I'm a Floyd Mayweather fan. They see a white guy make a video like that, the people go bananas. And I saw the violence and the chaos firsthand. And that's why I was attacked from all sides. White people attacking me because I like Floyd Mayweather. Black channels attacking me because, oh, why do you gotta like black fighters, bro? Like, you a white dude, you should like white fighters. That happened too. So this goes way back before a lot of you guys even understand and realize that this, what we see happening right now, when people creating this tribalism, this isn't something new. This has been going on more than a decade. So when we go back to those times, you have to understand the creation of the Ldbc. The Ldbc was created to protect boxing channels, despite what color they were, what creed they are, what their ethnicity is, what their background is. It was created to protect boxing channels who only wanted to talk about boxing. That's why the community was created. And somewhere along the line, it was twisted into being this pro-black community that only talks about black fighters, which is completely and utterly false. It's just we don't talk about things that you want us to talk about because we talk about what we want to talk about. Now, I don't necessarily consider myself as part of the Ldbc. You guys don't see me tagging Ldbc or putting into my titles of the videos. And that's no disrespect to the Ldbc because, like I said, I've been around since the beginning of it. But I just so happen to have people from the community that support me. So you're telling me that because they're a part of that community, which you don't like, that then I have to banish them from my channel to appease you? Well, if you got a problem with the Ldbc, then that means that you come from a different tribe, and your tribe doesn't like the Ldbc. So therefore, you're trying to get a guy who is claiming to be neutral, and you're trying to pull me to your tribe. Do you know the problem with that is? There ain't nobody on the Ldbc. Let me shout it from the mountaintop. There ain't nobody from the Ldbc trying to pull me to the Ldbc. There is nobody hitting me up saying, hey, Divine, hey, man, we would like you to be a part of the community, bro. We would like you to put the Ldbc in your titles. We want you to put Ldbc as a tag. We want you, bro. Nah. You know why? You know why? Because they support me because I talk boxing. That's why they support me. And yes, I have been holding this in for about 24 hours now. So that's why it's lit. So, for all of those who were confused, because the comments were coming in more rapidly than ever the past couple of weeks. Shout out to I Am Trill Will, man. I appreciate you for jumping on the panel the other night, and I hope we can collaborate again soon. I lost my train of thought. You know, I typically don't talk about these type of things. As you guys know, I come on here and I talk about the things that I want to talk about. But you know what pisses me off the most? What pisses me off the most is if I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, it's like I'm not allowed to be a Deontay Wilder fan. I'm not allowed to criticize Tyson Fury when I feel like he has been on some clownish behavior, when I feel like he has chastised, criticized, and dragged the man's name. I'm talking about Deontay Wilder through the mud. I'm not allowed to talk about that. I thought we're men in here and women. But on the grand scale of things, I thought we're men. out here. So I'm not allowed to be a Deontay Wilder fan because of what? Because I ain't black? Man, get the fuck out of here with that, man. I've lived a very fruitful life in my 35 years of existence. Been around the world, in the military, did a lot of crazy stuff that most people my age will never experience in a lifetime. Grew up on the border of Mexico and Arizona. I was the minority. I didn't bitch, moan, and complain and ask for handouts. I did what I had to do. And along the way, I grew into a man of principle. That's why boxing is unique. That's why when you step into, this is what I spoke about with Tay Jones. That's why when you step into a boxing gym, you enter the sanctuary. Race, creed, ethnicity don't matter no more. Lace it up, glove up, or shut up. So, in the future, I don't want to hear nothing about no Ldbc. If you don't like the Ldbc, go take it up with the people that affiliate that clearly come out and say, I'm a part of Ldbc. You don't have the courage to speak to them. But you want to come over here on Divine Sense Boxing, a man who talks about boxing and talks about the things that I want to talk about. And you want to try to tell me, oh, don't align yourself with the Ldbc. They're a bunch of racists. Don't bring that over here. Don't bring that over here. Willie Beecham, Phoenix AZ, represent. Let me know, man, in the comment section. You know what I'm talking about. I was born in Nogales, Arizona. That's 5 minutes from Mexico. I moved to Phoenix when I was like 12. Willie knows. People sleep on Phoenix, man. Willie will tell you. I don't know what part you grew up, man, but for me, I grew up on West Side Phoenix, man. Maryville. So, you know what it is, man. Watcher, let the people know. Bottom line is, a troll came on the panel, insinuated BS, didn't want to talk about the topic, and got kicked. If you're going to cry over that, then leave the channel. A guy comes on, and I want to say this too. A guy comes on the channel who I didn't know. And this is why I tell people that we're family. Ain't nothing about no LD. For me, it's not about Ldbc. It's about the people that show love and appreciation and support my channel. To me, that's family. And my family comes on the panel to talk about boxing. And a guy comes on here, FYI, I don't even have to mention his name because it's not worth the breath in my lungs. Because I found out some more information about him behind the scenes after that live stream was over. But this particular individual literally comes on my panel that I worked so hard on to create this environment, this boxing vibe is what I want to build. And you come on my panel literally sounding like this. Hey, what's up, Tay? How you doing, Tay? Look, man. Smacking your mouth on the mic, eating chicken wings, disrespecting my panel. That was a red flag already. I don't know how people conduct business out here. But I'm not going to go on another person's panel who works hard to construct a beautiful conversation about the sweet science, smacking my mouth around, eating chicken wings or whatever the hell you eating. And somebody literally said in the comment section, why is this man always eating? That was the first red flag. Then you want to come on some dumb shit talking about you don't want to see Fury Wilder. You already exposed yourself. I didn't even know who this man is. But I had my family on the panel. That had my back. That's what it's all about. So I want to make it crystal clear that this is the kingdom of divine sense boxing. I was around in the beginning ages of the Ldbc. I know 78 Sports TV. Just if you're wondering. I appreciate what he has created. I appreciate the community because I know why the community was created. Because I was there in the beginning stages. It was created to protect boxing channels who wanted to talk boxing. Because boxing channels in the beginning stages was mostly black, 90%, 95%, with a little bit of a few Latinos and very few white dudes on here talking about it. And it was the black channels that were being attacked. We're going back to Mayweather-Pacquiao days. That's why the community was created, to protect us from them. And when I say them, I'm talking about the racist trolls, those who want to disrupt, those who want to hijack, those who want to sabotage, those who want to create dysfunction, those who want to create division. That's why the Ldbc was created. So if you didn't know, now you know. It just so happens that a lot of people in that community respect Divine Sense Boxing, and I appreciate you. What I don't appreciate is either one, you have no boundaries, and you come from some other worldly tribe running around YouTube trying to disconnect people who talk about the sport of boxing. That's what I don't appreciate. Hammer Time. I want you at my next pro fight in Michigan. Hammer Time. Hit me up on IG. Just search Divine Sense Boxing. Send me a DM, man. We're going to talk about it. Shout out to NHP Natural Hair Products, man. You know, see, NHP is a very level person. Always speaking positivity. Always here to talk boxing. I don't know if the dude's black, white, or whatever. I don't know. But what I do know, that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because he comes in here and talks boxing. Willie Beecham says, grew up on 43rd and Northern, not far from you, bro. That's respect right there, man. I don't run into very many people from that area, and I'm so glad, Willie, that you have joined the channel and a part of the conversation. It's always good to have people from the area supporting. Hit me up on IG. Hit me up on the gram, bro. Divine Sense Boxing. I'd like to have a little conversation with you behind the scenes, Willie, bro. I appreciate you. And Cardinals looking good this year. Shout out to Arizona Cardinals, man, doing some work. I am black because my family is black, but I am white. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Like, sorry. Somebody help me with that comment. Maybe it was already removed on the YouTube part. But look, I do apologize slightly for getting heated up. But like I said, I've been holding this in for about 24 hours now, ever since I made that post. And for me, I just don't understand how I can make a very simple post about Fury. I didn't make fun of him or nothing. I just asked a simple question. And how the Ldbc is brought up in that conversation, see, that's the problem. That literally proves that people are out here trying to disconnect and create divide. Because if you see a photo or whatever the case may be that you don't like, then keep it moving. Because I want people to respect the fact that I put out quality content. And if people come over here because they're a Wilder fan and I'm a Wilder fan, that's cool. If people come here because I think Usyk is going to be Joshua and you want to subscribe, cool. If you like Earl Spence and I like Earl Spence, cool. Like, we don't have to agree on everything. I have, for a fact, I know I have people that are Joshua fans, but they're also Earl Spence fans. I got people on here that are Wilder fans, but they don't agree with me and they don't like Earl Spence. See, that's the beautiful thing. So I don't understand why it's such a problem. When it comes to Tyson Fury, people get bent out of shape. Why? Why does it hurt you? And why does it cut you so deeply that I speak the things that I speak about Tyson Fury? Why? Because you see a white man pushing the head down of another white man? No, he did that himself. Tyson Fury did that to himself. So what are you asking of me? Ignore the things that he has done against a man who I respect, who happens to be black, but is an American, who is an American heavyweight, who has brought heavyweight boxing back to America, who brought knockouts back to heavyweight boxing as a whole. See, you show your true colors. You make me feel like you don't like Deontay because he's black. And because I feel that way, because you made me feel that way, I don't want to associate with you. And that's why I move with tactic. That's why I move strategically in these YouTube streets. And I make posts just like the ones I made about Tyson Fury, because the trolls and the racists always expose themselves. Julian, thank you. I'm going back to Chiang Mai ASAP. Great content. Hey, Chiang Mai is a nice place, man. Nice place to be. It's not as affected by the lockdowns and stuff like the other cities out here, man. But Julian, hit me up on the gram. Devon Sense Boxing, DM me. Once you do make it back into Thailand, man, we can link up. Maybe go to the boxing gym, do some work. Let me know. I appreciate the super chat, Julian. We got Juan Menzies in the house. I appreciate you, bro. You speaking facts on the whole Deontay Wilder situation. That's all I do. And I tell people all the time, even on the panel with I Am Trail Will and Tay Jones and Drew Titan, and I reminded people, don't take my word for it. I did a film study of the whole second fight. Go watch it yourself. As a matter of fact, somebody did go and watch it. I think that came from that live stream. And the first thing he said was, man, why are you talking about Wilder sweating when he takes his mask off? Why are you talking about he does an awkward hug with Mark Breland? Well, because it was awkward. And because Wilder was sweating profusely, like, really? You entered the gate with bias. You entered the gate not wanting to hear the truth. I can't help you. You need to help yourself. Black Superman says, no need to apologize. We respect the real. Well, I appreciate that, man. I do. And shout out to you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Black Superman, an official member of the channel, always showing love, always coming into the live chat, always commenting on videos, subscribing to the channel, and you get mad. You get mad because I show appreciation to those who appreciate me. I am True Will says, YouTube don't want me to be where I was with subs. We're going to get it back, though, I am True Will. We're going to build back. We're going to build back, Devil Dog. Deep Zone was good, man. I'm telling him, man, I try not to get heated up like this. I really do try. It means that I don't care about color. People are calling me racist up in here, but look, happy to move on. I'm happy you said you will not delete my comments. That is all I meant. Well, your comment's still there. I don't delete comments. So I don't know what people are talking about. I delete comments. I don't delete comments, especially on uploads. I leave it up there. If you say dumb shit, I leave it up there to expose you later. All those people that were saying self-hating white man and all that shit, I leave it up there because come October 9th, you best believe I'm going to expose every single one of them. And if they don't quit YouTube, I'm going to force them out of YouTube. But in regards to the live chat, like I said, man, I got wrenches in here. And their whole purpose is to make sure that the rhythm and the flow moves in a positive direction of the conversation at hand. If I'm saying something that you don't like, you got two options. One, challenge me in an intellectual way, or bite your tongue. Wait for the next live where I talk about something that you do like. Then you can comment then. That's my advice. And if you say, well, that's not fair, bro. Like, if you say something I don't like, I should be able to say whatever I want. This is the kingdom of divine sense. And I will conduct my business as I see fit. And that means my wrenches doing work that they see fit. Like I said, if you're subscribed, you can join the conversation. You can watch the video. If I don't say something you like, you can challenge me intellectually, or you can bite your tongue. It's as simple as that. It's not hard. Maybe I'll make a video later that you like. Then you can comment then. Deanna with the super chat. Let no one take your flow. Do your thing, Divine. There's love for you, bro. 100. Oh, nobody's disrupting my flow. But like Dave said, sometimes you just gotta clear the air. And Deanna, I saw you in the comment section, putting in that work like you always do. And I got much love for my heavy lifters out here. And when you drop those hashtags beta males, they don't like that. They don't like that. When you're coming from a female saying, hey, beta male alert, beta male alert. But it is what it is. Because if you got a problem with how another man conducts his business, certainly you ain't an alpha male. So what are you then? Because like I said, I don't go to other people's channels. If I know the channels out here and I know their stance. Am I gonna go to a channel out here that bashes Wilder? Of course I'm not. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, There's no point of it. They're never going to challenge me. They're never going to debate me one-on-one anyway. And you guys know I don't have any problem with doing debates. You guys know this. Jaquan says, hey, Divine, what do you think about Tyson Fury trimming down his weight for the third fight? Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it earlier. This will be uploaded on the channel afterwards. We spent about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so talking about that. What do I think about it in a nutshell? I think he's coming to box. All this, I'm going to walk down Wilder BS. Nah, he might. He might try the first round to see if he can get away with it, but he's trimming down because he wants to move. Got you locked in on Instagram. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna conduct some business behind the scenes, bro. We're gonna collaborate again soon, either on my channel or on your channel, and we're gonna bring that community back together, man. Because I heard the stories about your channel being taken down, but it's all good, man. We're gonna build that community right back up, quick time. Don't you worry. Numbers steady growing, by the way. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like the truth is the truth. You know what I mean? You're always gonna get these detractors, but man, listen, man, it's the same thing in real life, out there in society. You know, you conduct business in a way, and you keep your circle tight. You know, and those who try to come in and disrupt, they get banished. It's no different. And real recognizes real. And on that note, I hope Caleb Plant beats Canelo's ass. Just wanted to throw that out there. Shout out to my man Caleb Plant, man, out there in the streets boxing and shit. Caleb's about that life. Ex-Outlaw, man, what's up? 6 a.m. in Berlin. How you doing, champ? Well, we're cooking, bro. We had a nice little cook session going on. I got a little bit heated. Man. I got my banana here. I haven't ate yet. You know, it nearly went out the window. This is the nearest thing. So I get frustrated. You know, things start flying sometimes. But I controlled myself. I controlled myself this time. And so, yeah, man, this will be uploaded later. You want to rewind the tape and listen. But I wanted to address the Ldbc a little bit because I'm just getting tired of it. I'm just, I couldn't hold my tongue anymore. Say it from the mountaintop. Say it from the mountaintop. All of you Fury fans that are watching and peeking through the blinds, you can't comment. I'm sorry. Only for subscribers today. Sorry, but not sorry, actually. Look, you can say whatever you want. I only support Wilder. What did this one dude say? He said, oh, you only talk about Wilder because you want to attract the emotional fans or something like that. And it's like, see, here we go again. I'm not allowed to be a Wilder fan. I'm not allowed to speak what I see and the things that I believe in. Correct me if I'm wrong. All of my people in the chat right now, all the subscribers, all those people listening, when I talk about Wilder, don't I talk boxing? Don't I explain to people on why I think Wilder's going to beat Fury? I don't do none of this tribalism shit. I don't talk about got to support the black man, Fury, I'm just going to go for Wilder because I don't like Fury. I don't talk none of that. I've done a film study of the second fight. I've done a film study of the press conference leading up to the third fight. I've done film studies of Deontay Wilder's training. I've done film studies of a lot of different things in regards to why I think Wilder will beat Fury. So somebody explain to me why you have a problem with me telling the people, the YouTube world, why I think Wilder's going to beat Fury, and explain to me why you have a problem with me being a Deontay Wilder fan. I haven't heard a good excuse or a reason, and I doubt I ever will. It's just that you don't like that I don't support Fury. And you people make it about race. We don't make it about race. We point out the facts. And when there are channels out here that talk about, Fury getting a pass, we ain't making that up. And to that, I say, prove us wrong then. Prove us wrong. If you don't think Fury gets a pass, then prove us wrong. That's the only thing I ask. But guess what? You can't.
หน้าไม่แดง
You
หน้า
can't.
ไม่ใส หน้าไม่ไหวแล้ว
Because the truth hurts. So I'm just going to leave this up for the better part. Well, not the better part, because the better part is done past. I went on a rant for about an hour. But I'm going to leave this still image up on the screen as I slowly end this live stream. And like I said, tell me and explain to me why you don't like the fact that I support Wilder. I'll wait. Mr. G says, I'm a mod on several channels and I have never blocked anyone. Sometimes you have to, but some mods need sensitive training. I've noticed a few of my wrenches be a little bit trigger happy. But yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, like I mentioned, it's are they disrupting the flow of the conversation? Like, for example, if I'm talking about Wilder Fury, somebody comes in there and says, man, Wilder's gonna get his ass beat. Wilder ain't shit. That disrupts the flow, right? Because you're not coming with an intellectual disagreement. There are, well, for the most part that I've witnessed on my channel, we're all intellectual people on here. And so if you come in and say, respectfully, I don't think Wilder's going to win, 9 times out of 10, a wrench is not going to delete that, right? Because like I said, and what the wrenches have to be aware of is that not everybody has subscribed to Divine Sense Boxing because I'm a Wilder supporter and they're a Wilder supporter. There are people who subscribe to Divine Sense Boxing because perhaps they like stuff that I talk about other than Wilder. Maybe they like my fight breakdowns when I talk about Spence Pacquiao, Usyk Joshua, or whatever it may be. So we have to be aware that people come from many different corners of YouTube to be a part of the channel. But I will never be upset when somebody comes in here to disrupt the flow, sabotage or hijack the conversation, and my wrenches handle their business. Dante, what's good, man? He says, I think the first 3 rounds are going to be tough for Fury, but I don't want Wilder throwing haymakers and getting tired fast. I don't think he will. I don't think he will. Boxing Redemption, Felix channels that shit on Wilder are biased too. Yeah, so that was my point that I was trying to make earlier. If you're going to come to Divine Sense Boxing, I can't speak for other channels. I can only speak for my channel. But if you come to my channel and try to discredit the fact that I support Wilder and accuse me of aligning myself with the Ldbc, then my question to you is, I'm not saying it to you, Boxing Redemption, I'm saying for the people that make these type of comments, that do you share that same sentiment for the channels that bash Wilder? The answer to that question is more than likely no, they don't. They are entertained by channels bashing Wilder. Why do I say that? Because I've seen it. Because I've seen it. That's why. Kyle says, facts. Let's go, Caleb Plant. Hey, man. I hope Caleb Plant beats his ass, man. I really, really do. But, it's one of those things where he could be boxing brilliantly for 12 rounds and then they give it a draw. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Devon, you are objective and non-biased about all fighters. You have always kept fair and objective. Thank you. Thank you, Razor531. I appreciate that. So that's exactly why when people come on here and say, oh, you're unfair, you delete comments, be a man that you say you are, Devon. I'm going to have an issue with that. And I had an issue, and I've addressed it. And now I am catching up to the chat a little bit here. Yo, Willie, did you find me on IG? YouTube on shenanigans, they interrupting with weird voiceovers. Damn, really? Man. Man, I'm telling you, man. They don't like divine sense sometimes. Just catching up to the chat here, guys. Just want to make sure I don't miss any possible super chats and stuff like that. All right, perfect, bro. Willie, I'm gonna hit you up, man. Share my boy from Phoenix. That's what's up. All right, looks like I caught up to everything, man. Look, so I pretty much said everything that I wanted to say. Initially, I just wanted to come on here and talk about Wilder Fury, or more specifically, Wilder and his most recent training that was released by PBC. If you missed it, it'll be uploaded. You guys can watch it. I'll timestamp everything like I always do. I always do that anytime I go over an hour. Usually I timestamp stuff so people can just go right to the point that they want to listen to. There might be some people that just want to go straight to my comments about the Ldbc. So it'll be timestamped and you guys can check it out. We're creeping closer, people. We're creeping closer. All right, Trill Will. I'm going to hit you up on IG, bro. We're going to collaborate soon. This is history in the making. This is history in the making. And somebody asked earlier, sorry I missed it. Somebody asked if I will give commentary. Yeah. I was juggling with the possibility of actually going back to the States and seeing the fight live. The possibility is still on the table. It is looking a little bit slim, though, to be honest with you. That's not so much because going to Vegas is not really an issue. It's going back to where I'm at currently. And it looks like my business might start picking up soon. So I leave my business to go watch the fight, and then I might get caught up in some BS trying to come in, and it just might mess up my business, man. So I'm looking at it. It might be a last-minute decision. I've done that many times in my life. I buy like a ticket 2 days before and just roll out. So it's on the table. But if I don't make it, I'll keep you guys updated, and I will be going live. I won't be able to show the fight, obviously, but I'm going to be watching it live, giving it commentary, and I think there'll be a lot of channels doing that for sure. So I'm not sure if I'm going to do the entire fight or just right after the fight, or I'm not quite sure because I don't want to step on people's toes. But for the most part, like I know Drew Titan and 78 and a lot of those big channels, they're probably going to go to the fight. So maybe they won't go live during. Maybe they'll do something afterwards. So maybe that leaves a window for me to do some live commentary during the fight. If you guys would like to join my commentary while watching the fight, could be entertaining. And I can only imagine. I've already kind of like foresaw like the celebration that I'm gonna have. It's gonna be amazing, man. It's gonna be amazing. I remember the last time I felt this way was when Marquez knocked out Pacquiao, and I recorded that live. Just my reaction to it, and people loved it. It's like we're on the other side of the world, but we can connect during that moment. You know what I mean? And that was an amazing moment of all the years talking about Pacquiao and telling people that Marquez is going to stop him, and people criticized me and went crazy on YouTube. And not only did he stop him, he stopped him in phenomenal fashion. And I feel like that's going to be relived again on October 9th, man. I really do. And I'm going to relive that same kind of moment and feelings that I had when Marquez knocked out Pacquiao. So I'm looking forward to it. And I would love to have you guys be a part of that celebration. So I'll more than likely go live if I don't make it to the fight. And yeah, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, though, real talk, because, I can't always update on YouTube, and it's just easy for me to go to IG and let people know, like, hey, guys, I'm going to go live at this time, or I'm not going to be able to go live, or, this is something exclusive, or whatever it is, man. So IG, I think, is the way to go going forward with the channel to connect and communicate with me as well. If you guys find some info that you guys want me to talk about, things like that, it's a nice little platform for you guys to hit me up. And I try to read and get to all the messages, man. I really do. So I said everything that I wanted to say, and take it how you want to take it. But at the end of the day, I'm going to speak from the heart, and that's just what it is, I don't know what else to say more about it. It's going to be uploaded on the channel. You can rewind the tape if you missed it. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody's stopping by. I know some of you guys dropped in late. Sorry you guys missed the beginning of it. It happens sometimes going live. Yeah, for sure. Felix said October 9th will be the busiest night of the year on here. Oh, yeah, YouTube's going to be going crazy the whole night, the whole day, actually, the whole day. As soon as people wake up, people are going to be logging their trips. They're going to be vlogging their drive to the arena and behind the scenes, and it's going to be crazy. And I'm going to be part of that too. I'm going to be out here watching channels and supporting people, and it's just going to be a great day, man. And October 10th is going to be a great day too, because October 10th is going to be the day where all the content creators who supported Wilder are really going to come in and just start blasting all the haters. October 9th is more of a celebration. We don't got time to address the haters on October 9th. We're celebrating. We're busy. We're busy. You know what I mean? October 10th, though, it's going to get lit. It's going to get lit. It's going to light up like a Christmas tree. Mr. G says, Malik said on Drew's channel that Wilder is coming in at 240. On another channel, he said he would tell the weight. Is he deceiving Fury with the 240? I don't know. I've heard different things. I've heard different things as well with Wilder. A 240 is quite that's heavy for Wilder, considering that he's fought 209, 212, 215, 220-ish. If he's 240 and Fury is cutting weight, which it looks like he is, and he comes in at 260, 265, 270, then there's no more that much of a weight disadvantage anymore. But like I said, man, I don't think Fury's going to try to walk him down like he says he is. He's going to try to box. Y'all watch, man. Y'all see. Y'all going to see, man. You're going to see why. This is why I'm subscribed to Divine Sense Boxing. Way of the Jackal. October 9th, Divine will see the truth. What truth is that, sir? What truth is that? Dante says 240 is heavy for Wilder, but I'm sure a lot of that is muscle. He's been lifting a lot. Yeah, he has been. I would say if people were to ask me what do you think the weight will be, I'd say 225 to 230. That's the weight I think he'll come in at. October 10th will be the day all the bullshit artists will be revealed and stay proper. Yeah, it is the day of exposure. Eric Keppert says another great chat session. Thank you. I don't know how long you've been a part of the conversation tonight, but I appreciate you stopping by, bro. Make sure you guys hit that like button before you leave. And we did make it over 100 likes, man. I appreciate that, man. Anytime my live goes over 100, that's major for me. I appreciate that. Jim Diamond, man, what's good? I was just about to get up out of here, man. We've been going live now for 2.5 hours. I know some people are on the West Coast, so it's not too late on the West Coast. If you're over in Cali or Arizona or something like that, it's only like 9 p.m. But over here on the East Coast, man, it's getting late. So I'm going to go ahead and end it. I'll be back with another one probably Wednesday. Wednesday. I got something for you. And you guys know, man, I'm making a trend of it. Every Saturday night, Firestorm. Want to join the panel? Then hit me up. Email me. Hit me up on IG. Come on the panel. Talk boxing. The last Saturday was lit. We had Drew Tighten up in here, Tay Jones, and I Am Trill Will. It was great. So I would like to continue that trend, and let's see. All right, guys, you got to stay up, man. Be safe, and I'll be on here again soon. I'm glad I cleared the air. Needed to be done. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.